They're accusing you of taking an unknown amount of money at this point, somewhere close to the range of $1,400. So, Ms. Janine, based off the video evidence and the statements made by your coworkers, I'm going to be taking you to jail tonight.
Managing a store is tough, but some just can't resist stealing from their own workplace. What happens when reckless managers get caught red-handed crossing the line? Here are times when dumb managers get caught stealing on the job.
Listen to me. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Kicking things off with the case of a newly promoted Target manager who wasted no time, stealing $2,000 on her very first day, only to get caught red-handed.
They're accusing you of taking an unknown amount of money at this point, somewhere close to the range of $1,400. So, Ms. Janine, based off the video evidence and the statements made by your coworkers, I'm going to be taking you to jail tonight.
On August 1st, 2023, officers responded to a Target store after reports of a manager skimming money from the register. Upon arrival, they went to the office and spoke with the store supervisor to gather more details.
Have you already interviewed her about it?
Yes, she is denying.
And her drawers were short every day then? I would assume?
Yeah, the shortage was there.
Okay. How were you made aware of this?
So I'm made aware of this every time a team member opens the register drawer. It flags in the system if it's not for sale. And as well as I review the closing cash that's happening during closing. I review all of our closing cash operations regularly. While I was reviewing, we were missing a cash bag, an entire bag. And we were trying to find out where it went. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to start reviewing video. On the 20th, I found that both bags were put there, but then I watched this team member go over to another register, and do that register, and conceal the cash. I'll show you that initial video, but this is the one I clicked on first. There's our team member there, and I have a better picture of the face shot. They coincide. You're good. You're good. They coincide time-wise, but this is a nice clear zoomed in over the top shot. Okay.
Apparently, the woman, Janine, had just been promoted to manager, and on her very first day, she decided to steal from multiple registers under her control. The loss prevention officer informed the police that nearly $2,000 had gone missing in a single day as they went through the security footage.
So we're looking at 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s, or in the last right room. It's a little bit more video because I got the whole process. But
So you combine the 50s and 100s in the far right? Is that how every register is supposed to be?
That's the standard, yeah. So what she does is she takes all of the money out of the register, and once she has it all out, she fans it all out, and then you can see the left side, which would be the larger bills are, because she's setting it up that way. She'll take multiple, what looks like on the low end to be 3.
Okay.
So we went with 3.
Now, is this common for a cashier to sit here and pull all the money out at the cash register and count it, and then...
Typically, they should just take it all out, bang, 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 and put it in one of those bags.
So they're not usually counting it at the register?
They don't count at the register. We have a cash office and a machine that counts it.
Okay.
So smaller bills on top, bigger bills on the bottom. In the order that she pulled it off from. Right there, rolls it up, puts a rubber band on it, sets it on top, puts that My Device, the little phone thing, on top of it, puts the remainder of the money in the bag. Those are coupons, or manufacturer coupons. Those get processed as well.
Okay.
She then rebanks the register with the money that's supposed to go in there, all the way to the left. Place the bag on top, that's standard. Places that bag into the cart, and then she comes back and retrieves both her phone and the money that's underneath it. Right there. Into the right pocket. But this is her going over to that same register. It's just a different camera angle so you can see that it's positive identification of her doing it.
Are these 360 cams? Is that how you're able to move it, or is it
I
automatic?
can move only certain cameras. They are 360. I was live here watching this from my office.
Okay.
That's how I was able to zoom in and get that real clear shot. But this is a similar video. You can kind of see her do it here. The top one's the best one. It's just another angle.
Okay, so is this common for her to go from register to take the money out and put it in the bag and bring it to you guys, or is it?
We have a team member that typically does it. whether it's her or another team member, it's typical practice. They go register, take the money out, put it in the bags, put it in this cart, where it locks into the cart, and then
So
register the cash.
this is what she was assigned to do that at that point.
Yep, to the bank.
Okay.
After reviewing crystal clear footage of her swiping hundreds from each register, officers had all the evidence they needed to take action against Janine as they went and confronted her.
My name's Officer Kelly. I work for West Palm Beach Police Department. I'm sure you're aware of why we're here because they told me that they had already spoken to you about it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay. But first off, before I start, I have to read you your rights. It doesn't mean you're under arrest. It just something I have to do before I ask you any questions, okay? Have you ever heard of the Miranda warnings? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to read them to you after each one that I read to you. I just need you to give me a verbal yes or no if you understand it. If you don't understand it, I'll go ahead and explain it to you, okay? All right. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Do you understand that? You have the right to the presence of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statement during any questioning. Do you understand that? You cannot afford a lawyer. You are entitled to the presence of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statement during any questioning. Do you understand that? Any statement can and may be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand that? Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. Do you understand that? If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, you are privileged to remain silent. Do you understand that? I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement. This must be of your own free will. Do you understand that? Okay. I'm just going to have you sign the back of this here. This states that I read you your rights and that you understand your rights.
Does it say that on there?
No. But you verbally told me.
So but I know that that's what the signature is for.
Yeah, that is what it's for. That's not an admission of guilt or anything like that. Just stating that I read you your rights. Alright. So, as I spoke to your colleagues there, they basically they're accusing you of taking an unknown amount of money at this point, somewhere close to the range of $1,400. Do you know anything about this at all?
No.
Okay. How long have you worked here for?
Almost 3 years.
Okay, and you've had no other issues like this within the last 3 years, correct? I noticed on camera that you were responsible for going from register to register and taking the money out of the drawer. Is that a common practice of yours? Okay. And what is included in that practice? What do you do? Can you explain to me?
So I am taking the money from the day out and putting new money for the next day.
Okay. And when you take the money out, do you count it or anything like that?
No,
So
there's no
you
need
just.
to.
So how would you take it out of the drawer?
Just take it out, put it in the red or green bag, and then put the next bag into the...
Okay. So you basically just go from each money slot, pull it out, place it in a bag. Don't look at it or anything.
Right.
Okay.
I fix it up if I need to, but...
So if it's out of order or something,
Yeah.
you'll fix it up? Okay. Would there be any reason why you would roll up money?
No.
Okay. So you wouldn't roll it into any kind of like money roll and then put a rubber band over it or anything?
No.
Okay. So when I was watching the video footage, it's pretty clear that it's what you were doing is rolling it into a money roll, placing a rubber band over it, and then placing it on top of the desk. Why would you be doing that?
I didn't do that, so...
You didn't do that? Okay. So why would the video footage show you doing that? Okay. You see where I'm at here, right? I'm watching a video footage that's unedited from the department store who has no reason to accuse you of this.
I don't know if it's unedited, but I have never done anything like that.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this? Okay.
Though Janine denied any wrongdoing, she had no idea Target's 4K CCTV cameras had caught her red-handed, and no amount of lying could cover up her theft.
So, Ms. Janine, based off the video evidence and the statements made by your coworkers, I'm going to be taking you to jail tonight. Is there anything on your person that might poke or stick me?
No.
Okay, can you stand up for me, please?
What is going to happen with my items?
They're going to go with you to jail. Okay. Can you take this jacket off? Okay, thank you.
And when do I get to speak to a lawyer?
That will be after processing. So once you get processed into the jail, then you'll have an opportunity to call wherever you'd like.
So your jacket.
That's their stuff.
This is.
No, the jacket's
Oh, that's all.
fine, yeah.
Okay, the jacket's yours.
Yeah.
Chris, do you mind grabbing that?
Yeah, I got you.
Is there no other pleasant way to do this, like walking out of the store?
Unfortunately, no, because once you're
in our custody, we have to place you in handcuffs in case you try to run away. We've had people run away and crack their head, so it's a liability thing. So we have to detain you like this, unfortunately.
And you guys can walk me out of side doors, I'm assuming?
If there is a side door available, yeah, you can do that. I don't see why not. However, our cars are parked at the front. So
I know you guys know the fire emergency doors or whatever.
I've actually never been to them, so I don't know that.
Especially we don't know how to get downstairs either.
Are you
I'm
guys
sure they
able to
do.
walk us out of the side door?
That's really embarrassing. They're going to be embarrassed after they are proven wrong.
Will an alarm go off? Please go out.
And let's see.
That's theirs.
Okay. Come to this. I'll just walk with you. Can one of you guys lead us out?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Mine just leaning against the car here.
Could you loosen the left side?
Left side?
Yeah.
Is it because it's caught in your hairband, do you think? Or is it...
It's starting to dig in.
Let me take this. Oop. It's okay? Alright. Got another seat. I'm going to reach around you and I'm going to put the seatbelt on, okay? Actually, I'll wait because I have a female officer that's going to come and do a thorough search on you. I'm going to drive you to the back over there so we're not doing all this right up front, okay?
Janine was arrested and sentenced to 12 months of probation and a fine of $2,500. If you thought that was strange, wait until you hear this. A Walmart cash manager assumed a few $100s missing wouldn't be a big deal. She soon learned just how wrong she was.
You guys can't open it?
No, we are. No. We're asking you. What money came from the store?
You got any weapons or anything on you?
On June 6, 2023, officers from the Broward County Sheriff's Office responded to a call about a theft involving an employee at a local Walmart.
I hate this, but we need your help. We need your help, man. We had a stain. We have somebody that stole over $5,000.
Okay.
So,
You guys had today they happened?
Yeah, it's right now. It's in action.
Oh.
Yeah, it's happening right now. So we're doing the exit interview, and so the person is sitting down right now.
In the office?
In the office.
Okay.
Waiting.
Okay.
And so cameras already been rolled. Evidence has already been collected.
Upon arrival, the officers were met by two undercover employees conducting an internal investigation. They had suspicions about a cashier who was allegedly stealing $1,000 a day from her register.
So originally on 5/19, it started with her stealing. She hasn't even been here 2 months. So, obviously when a person starts stealing, so that was the first sign. Yeah, so first thing is shoplifting, not paying for stuff, $200. And then over the past several weeks, our register has been missing, 1,000, 2,000, 1,800.
So when people get newly hired, they're allowed access to just work as cashiers?
Not normally. They normally, they do something else. They're not handling so much cash. And for whatever reason, I guess, people thought she was trustworthy and that we could trust her.
The officers detained the employee and started questioning her.
I'm sorry, how are you? Just do me a favor, just stand up for me. Put your hands on your back. You got any weapons or anything on you?
Can you go back there?
Like up front?
I mean, we'll try to avoid what.
No, we have to contact for our safety. I don't want to be chasing them.
I mean, is there a back?
There's a back.
Yeah.
You want to put your car on back?
Yeah,
Hold on.
Hey, how's it going, bro? So do you guys have everything, all the information? Do you have the
I
receipts?
have all the information. Well, it wasn't receipts really, just cash.
Oh, it was cash.
Yeah.
Okay. Which cash is it?
Around 7,000. So I have 5,000 of it documented, but she
Okay.
admitted to the other one, so I'm gonna go ahead and document that to them,
Okay.
and I can send that to you guys.
Gotcha.
But she has the cash here somewhere. She said it's at the smoke
She has
shop.
it somewhere, yeah, in the smoke shop. So we
But
don't know
she
at what?
she
Smoke
took
shop.
1,500 today, so it's. She said it's by the smoke shop.
So I don't know if it's by the smoke shop over there.
Well, why don't we ask her before we do?
The officers' investigation quickly revealed that the situation was more complicated than they had originally believed.
You guys can't open it?
No, we are.
No.
We're asking you. What money came from the store?
Just 100.
Just the hundreds, not the tens inside here?
How much is there? How much?
40 times 100 was that 4,000?
4,000.
No, that.
Is that
Unless she
included in
just
the
took
fine?
more. Unless she
Oh,
took
these
more.
these?
Because it's a higher charge if it's between
Yeah.
5 and 10.
It's 7,000 total that I found that she might have took more. Because when we did the audit, it was only 1,500.
We did the audit and it was only 1,500.
Well,
So she must have took more.
we'll ask her.
To get to the leftover missing cash, the officers took the suspect to an interrogation room where she divulged more information.
When did it start?
I think it had to start this month.
This month? This month is
No,
June.
not June. I'm thinking it's May. May. I mean.
It started in May.
Yeah.
You think beginning of May? End of May? What do you
Probably
think?
the beginning.
Beginning of May?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you start with? Like, what did you first start taking?
At first, I took a couple hygiene stuff because I didn't have the money for it, and I just started working there. I bought hygiene stuff, and then started taking money. Was a goal.
First time you took money, how much did you end up taking?
It was one something. I think.
1,000 something?
It was 1,000? Probably was 1,000.
Okay. That was like beginning of May. And how roughly you're working like 4 or 5 days a week?
Mm-hmm.
So you were taking about 4 or 5 grand a week?
Yeah.
Okay. That bundle today was just 4. And if every other day you were doing 1,000, you're looking at about, just doing simple math, 5, 10, skip 15, probably in the range of like 22 grand.
22.
I'm just basing like first week. Let's say if you start in the first week
It
of May.
can't be 22 grand.
No.
It's not that.
Okay. How much you think?
I'll say 10 for right now.
10?
Yeah.
10 grand?
Yeah, I'll probably say 10, 9.
Okay, including the 4 grand today?
The suspect was put on trial and charged with third-degree grand theft. On next, we have a manager who stole $50,000 while working in the family business.
Payroll theft, where she was running extra hours, or she was giving herself a lot of reimbursements. It looks like a drug problem, but I almost feel like it was just an addiction to the stealing.
Actually, no, because I'm not exactly 100% sure what this is.
I already know what happened. I already know about the credit cards that you paid off.
Okay, then I know what it is.
On September 8th, 2023, Florida officers responded to a theft at a small business where a significant amount of money had been stolen. Upon arrival, they spoke with the manager to learn what had happened.
I'm going to go through this real quick with you here. This is what I have so far.
Okay.
Looks like I've got a log here of some stuff here.
Yeah, that was her mileage log because she was authorized to give herself reimbursements for her mileage. I think
Okay.
it was like 57 cents per mile if she had to run to the bank or things like that. But the reason I included that is because she was giving herself a lot more than just
Okay.
what she was authorized to give.
Okay.
So that's why I included that.
And then I have copies of, looks like, some bank statements.
Those look like her paycheck stubs, a year's worth of paycheck stubs, because she was doing some theft through there also. It seems, you can see a pattern. It seems like we started out okay at the beginning of the year. And then she started doing some payroll theft where she was running extra hours or she was giving herself a lot of reimbursements. She even piddled around with some bonuses. Like she was just cushioning her paychecks a lot and it was very consistent.
Is it okay if I sit down?
Yes, please sit down.
The manager soon revealed that the employee was actually a family member with a history of theft, narcotics issues, and various personal problems. It turned out that the employee had stolen over $50,000 through payroll and credit card fraud. The owners disclosed to the officer how she had repeatedly paid herself far more in allowances and overtime than she was entitled to. Finally, the officers confronted the suspect, who was working for another employer at the time, and began questioning her after informing her of her rights.
Actually, no, because I'm not exactly 100% sure what this is. I know when you asked me on the phone yesterday, I was just walking out of work and there was a couple other people following out the door, and I wasn't getting into it.
Okay.
But I did call. We have a hotline at work, and I called, and they advised me not to answer any questions, find out what it actually was about, and then contact them again, so that if I do need an attorney, they know how to, best assign which way to go, what I need, and who to, give me.
Okay. So you choose not to talk.
Correct.
All right. Well, I can't really share much more.
Okay.
All right. I will tell you this. It is a criminal investigation. I already know what happened. I already know about the credit cards that you paid off.
Okay, then I know what it is. Okay, so I know how to advise the attorneys.
And it's warm. Payroll.
Okay.
Commissions, bonuses, stuff like that. So, all right. So I am not going to take any to do further on that. But
that helps me to know what to tell them.
But I have your phone number, so
yes, sir.
If there's anything that we need to reach out to you for,
yes, sir.
Will you respond back?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they told me definitely show up because that, I gave my word that I would be here and that I needed to show up.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, what we try to do in a case like this, we try to get your side of the story because
yes, sir.
all I have is their side of the story. Now, they've been told not to reach out to you. They've been told, and I'm asking you not to reach out to them.
Yes,
right
sir.
Now it's a criminal investigation, so
okay.
That's what's going there. And I don't know if you have any questions for me.
No, sir.
It's an ongoing case. Again, it's not looking really good for you. That's why I want to talk to you. I want to feel what was behind it and everything else. But again, I can't compel you to speak, and I told you, you're free to leave, you're free to not speak, you're free to get a lawyer and everything else. Anything else?
The suspect refused to answer any questions of the detective and instead decided to contest the case in court, which ultimately backfired massively as she was sentenced to a 24-month jail sentence for stealing over $5,000 from her relative's company. Up next, a Home Depot manager and his 19-year-old son were caught in an elaborate scheme, stealing $10,000 worth of goods from the store.
Listen to me. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Put your hands in the back.
On June 21st, 2023, on a sunny day in Florida, officers responded to a Home Depot theft, where an employee had stolen over $10,000 worth of merchandise in just a week. Upon arrival, they spoke with a store employee to gather more details.
Supposition is an internal, an associate that I think he's admitted to stealing like over $6,000 worth of merchandise over a long period of time.
He's here now?
Yeah, he's in the office now with my manager.
The officer then talked to one of the store managers to know more about how the theft had occurred.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I can show you here real quick. So basically what happened, had a lumber associate, actually the department supervisor, on May 17th when we first found out. He was actually watching an external person going out with merchandise and saw that the department supervisor was there when he walked out. So I was like, leave him alone. That's weird because if he's standing there, how come he didn't check receipt and confirm that merchandise was paid for? Roll back video and confirm that not only did he let him go out with unpaid merchandise, that he helped him select merchandise. Watched him place power tools in between the lumber, hide it. We have it on video, hide it in between. Let the roll-up door up and let the guy walk out.
Which is not a regular exit. That's an exit just to load up.
Like deliveries with the same customer. The customer just goes to him, the customer just comes, get a bunch of lumber, puts it on a lumber cart, even branded stuff, places it on the lumber cart, stands there and have a conversation with. He rolls up the door, he never checked the receipt or anything like that, and lets the guy roll out. Puts it in the truck. So after the investigation was completed from Atlanta, they sent me a packet back in color and unpaid merchandise. So I just finished, he's in the office now, I just finished having a conversation with him. He was giving me, going back and forth, no, I don't remember, I don't know what happened, maybe I was confused. You're not confused, you know the problem, you know the process. You know, he even told me, I didn't know I had to check the receipt, I had a lot of stuff going on at home. We all got stuff on, but we have to follow the process. You can't just let unpaid merchandise out. So he finally admitted, I have a statement here. Yeah, that's a statement. He still talks about not letting, not checking receipt, it's his mistake. I just let unpaid merchandise for the same customer. One time, yeah. Multiple times, no, it doesn't happen. He checks receipts for other customers when they go out, but this particular customer here, he was allowing them to go out. So I'm trying to get him to admit, hey, did the guy say, you hook him up? He said, that he wouldn't admit to, but he admitted to allowing the guy to go out with merchandise.
The employee, with his son's help, stole wood, batteries, construction materials, and candy bars by bypassing receipt checks. The scheme fell apart when the manager caught them sneaking goods out the back. With clear evidence, officers took action, leaving the employee visibly disappointed.
What's your name? Huh? Sam, right?
Okay.
All right. Listen, the company want to press charges.
0 to 11.
Okay. So this is what I need you to do. You have any knife or anything on you right now? Just don't reach for anything. I'm asking. Do you have anything on you? Yes. Okay. Stand up. Put your hands on the wall.
He's very little English, so I'm not sure.
Oh. Pon las manos en la pared. Arriba. No te vayas a mover, ¿ok? Okay, we're gonna take this off. Se quita. You guys want the teacher?
A picture?
No, the teacher. The teacher is yours? No?
He's fine.
This is yours? Whatever is yours, you want it? IDs?
No.
Nothing? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, brother. Give me your hand. Dame tu mano. Vírate de espalda. Escúchame lo que te estoy diciendo. Vírate, dame las manos. Te estoy diciendo que te vires y me des la mano. Hey,
¿Qué está pasando esto?
listen to me. Give me your hand.
Discúlpeme, señor.
Give me your hand. Pon las manos atrás. Pon las manos atrás, te voy a meter un teizazo. Pon las manos atrás. Pon las manos atrás. Oye, pon las manos atrás, te voy a meter con el taser. Put your hands in the back.
Yo no soy mala persona, no soy.
Ok, mi hermano, vamos para afuera.
Y mis cosas,
Aquí están.
mi teléfono,
¿Dónde está tu teléfono?
en el iPhone que usted me quitó.
¿En el qué?
En el iPhone que usted me quitó.
¿Aquí?
Pero yo quisiera entender primeramente por qué está pasando esto.
Ok, te están acusando de robo y vas a ir preso por eso.
No, es que yo no he robado nada.
Ok, bueno, eso lo tienes que probar en la corte, ¿ok?
¿Puedes llamarlo ahorita antes de que me lleve, por favor? Porque eso no fue lo que...
Ok, escúchame lo que te estoy diciendo. Ellos hicieron una investigación, ok, y ellos quieren presentar cargos. Tu inocencia la vas a tener que probar en la corte, no aquí. Ok, este no es el momento ahora. Ellos están presentando cargos y yo te estoy arrestando. En estos momentos te estoy diciendo que salgas por la puerta conmigo, ok. No me hagas tener que sacarte. Vamos.
Yo entiendo, señor oficial. En un minuto nada más se lo pido.
Ok.
Caught off guard, the suspect pleaded innocence despite the overwhelming evidence against him.
En un minuto nada más se lo pido, por favor. Pónganse en mi lugar.
Ajá.
Yo soy un trabajador aquí, un supervisor aquí, y ellos me llamaron, me sentaron aquí y me acusaron de que alguien salió por la puerta y que él se llevó la mercancía, pero yo es simplemente que yo estuve en la puerta, yo no he sacado nada.
¿Cuál es el trabajo tuyo? Revisar la mercancía que tenga papeles, ¿no? ¿Tú revisaste los papeles?
Yo siempre reviso.
¿Revisaste los papeles? ¿Sí o no?
Siempre reviso.
¿Revisaste los papeles?
Sí, señor.
¿Y por qué no va?
Ese es el detalle de que ellos justamente a mí me están diciendo de que
Bueno,
yo...
ok, escúchame. Ya ellos quieren presentar los cargos, ¿ok? Tú estás despedido de Home Depot, tú vas a ser traspasado aquí no puedes venir más. Ahora, eso lo vas a tener que probar en la corte, ¿ok? Eso lo vas a tener que probar en la corte, ¿ok? Así que ahora ya tú estás arrestado, estás preso. Ya no hay nada que puedas hacer para quitar eso. Te estoy diciendo que vamos a salir para allá afuera, ¿ok? Vamos para mi carro, te sientas ahí y después te explico cómo es el proceso. Vamos. Aquí tengo tu teléfono y tu cartera. Vamos. Ven. Vamos. Vamos, ven. Oye. Vamos, bro, no me vas a jalar. Vamos, papo, camina, no me vas a empujarte, dale.
Dios mío, de verdad. Esto es una injusticia, loco. Es una injusticia, hermano. Yo no he hecho nada y mira cómo me está sacando. De verdad, discúlpeme, pero esto no es correcto. Mucha gente me conoce aquí y sabe lo que estoy haciendo y no es justo lo que me han hecho en la oficina. Me sentaron para hablar conmigo, mire cómo me están sacando.
Ok, eso lo tienes que hablar con tu abogado y defenderlo en la corte.
¿Por qué no me han dejado primero hablar con mi abogado entonces? Yo como ciudadano no merezco ser tratado así, como un delincuente, y sacado así de esta manera. No entiendo.
Get in the car, bro.
He was taken into custody and released after a few hours, receiving 12 months probation. 2 others, including his 19-year-old son, were also arrested.